system for all chats. Okay. Uh, yes, we have system for all chats. Well, Tulsi Gabbard. Now here we can see. Well, now you can see for the rights. Now let me set anything. Okay. Well, just I have to say. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It's me, Michael Cesare Santa, and welcome to my channel, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi Michael Cesare Santa. Okay, now we are talking about the dark secrets of homeschooling. We are talking about the dark secrets homeschooling, and we have already last three lives. Well, the first of the last three lives is just a short video commenter reaction that was actually student of Tulsi Gabbard. But the last two lives was we are talking about how Tulsi Gabbard is and that Tulsi Gabbard is a product of homeschooling. Well, now we can say here is the points that now we can say how homeschooling is going to bat minutes by minutes. Okay. Here was an I am the last generation of the millennial generation. Well, our parents is the first generation of the generation X. Well, if they born in 1 years earlier, they would be in the, as like a, what do you know, baby boomer. Okay. Now, Tulsi, from Generation X, we can understand that how homeschooling is being evil at their language day by day and at our voice minutes by minutes. How homeschooling is going to be evil. Well, from Generation X to us, well, we are hosting Tulsi Gabbard. So here in there, we know Tulsi Gabbard born in April 12, 1981. That means Tulsi Gabbard is considered as a Generation X. Well, and now we are considered and we can see that how Tulsi Gabbard's homeschooling is gone wrong day by day. Here's a probable dark secret we have to tell you. Well, now here, now started, I would like to say how homeschooling can be wrong, evil, minute by minute. Let me explain. Okay. Homeschooling is going wrong minute by minute because, well, in from 1981 to calendar 2025, the quality teachers are prefer to study on the quality teacher prefer to study on teaching student on the regular school. Well, some of them that we have our in some parts our concept is clear in regular school, but somehow here we have a doubts, and our doubt is with the topics with the educational topic on our regular school books, but doubt is out of context. Okay, and our doubt, well, as my favorite subject is physics, well, let me say how is our favorite doubts. Well, my favorite doubts. Well, my favorite as a thermodynamical second law, my favorite doubt is that we have a vehicle with a heat engine. It is the engine is operated by thermals. That means the fuel is coal, gas, or fire, or petrols, or artificial suns. Well, and here our doubt is that what if we have a okay. Now let me check. Salam. Okay. Now let me check. Okay, what is our topic? Huh. Okay, our topic is we want to back to our topics, and now as I have a doubt, the accordance with our physics school book, thermal second law, we know that temperature, heat generating generator temperature, and the ratio of heat generator temperature and heat receiving temperature. We know that here our point would be our heat engine capability is 40%. Well, what if we can convert our heat engine capability as a 90%? Okay, we can convert our heat engine capability as a 90%, so that we can generate our we can operate our engine cars as well as fastly and as well as efficiently. Well, here is some doubt. It could not be clear on regular school as our as the lack of time. In the course that we were going to our favorite teachers, that means our best teachers. Well, our as the code name, our favorite physics teachers is Sheikh. Well, Sheikh is our favorite teacher's name. He is a Jewish man, and he is a physics teacher of our physics in the college. Well, in the parts and in Americans, we in Bangladesh, what we learn in college, in Americans, we can learn this in class 4 school. That is primary school. Okay, and now we can say the lack of time. We cannot clear our doubt on our concept. That is the out of a book, but it is still as for our school educations. Well, and here we go that then our and we have there is our concept, that is tutor schooling. Well, homeschooling is different and schooling is different, but the the concept is same, but different. They are different because of our homeschooling. Well, difference is that we have to go to the place where our favorite teachers can teach us as a tutor. Well, here is a beautiful point. So, it is a tutor schooling is acceptable in our Bangladesh. But in America, perhaps homeschooling can be acceptable. But tutor schooling, that we have to choose our favorite tutor, our favorite teachers from the school as our favorite tutors. Okay, we have to choose that which teachers can explain me to educate me properly, as we have to choose. But as a homeschooling, in a home, as a homeschooling, we can choose our syllabus, our syllabus period, but we cannot choose who would be our favorite tutors, because our favorite tutor. Well, I want to study class 3, the syllabus of class 3 school as a homeschooling for 11 years. Well, there would be not a best tutor would be exist that he would teach me the syllabus, he would educate me the syllabus of school syllabus of class 3 in 11 years. Well, and sometimes that, here would be some lame teachers. Mostly the connection between student and teachers would be just if we want to complete a school syllabus of class 3 for 11 years, then we have to say that the relation between tutor and student would be like a romantic points at the for say almost 9 years. And here it is happened with Tulsi Gabbard. Well, and now here we can see what would happen for R. Okay, now now here we are back on physics in class. Question number 0. Here a car flying with velocity in 288,000 km per second with a weight of 4,000 kilograms. What is your mineral physics? That now let's see what is the answer of Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Here my kinetic mineral resource is petrol. Specific heat is 2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. If capability is mostly 25%, mineral temperature difference is highest temperature difference can be 50 degrees Celsius. Weight density of petrol is 0.778 kilogram per liters. Well, the kinetic volume of petrol would be almost 50 quintal liter of petrol. Well, and now recently we were talking. Okay. Now recently we were talking in the previous live. We were talking how would be the chief executive officer behavior as a sociological questions, and here that is mentioned. And now let's go to the physics. Well, what would be the correct answer? Now let's start here as a points. Here, kinetic mineral resource is artificial sun. Well, specific heat is of artificial sun is 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. In capability is 98%. Well, lowest temperature difference is 666 quadrillion degrees Celsius. Well, kinetic artificial solar weight is almost 370 almost 370 grams of artificial sun. Well, now, well, I would have a break for 2 minutes in every 30 years. I would like to break. Okay. Now here is the points that class 3 physics questions. Well, as a home school, well, if there would be a regular school, perhaps perhaps this type of question would be in class 2 or class 1 in Americas. Well, in Bangladesh, the score would be like a class 9 or class 10. Okay, this okay, but well, in physics, since Tulsi Gabbard was a homeschooling student at the class 3 in the period of the calendar 1989 to calendar 2000. Okay, here we can see a class. Her syllabus would be like a well as a class 5 physics book. Here is Michael Gabbard's choice because we previously we have known that homeschooling is conducted by tutor and parents and online teachers. Well, in 19 accordance with 1989 to 2000. Well, here is the points. According with 1989 to calendar 2000s, this question was available in class 3 because she is a homeschooling student. Well, perhaps her father could set it for her. The syllabus only for her. Well, notwithstanding being a Democrat politician, Michael Gabbard is a respected, educated person. Well, he can have a right to teach his daughter. At the PhD level education, while she is in the syllabus of class 3 as a homeschooling. Here is the points. Here is Well, in the past, from American parents, homeschooling is just good. But in 1989 to 2000, we can hear that, well, uh, in 1993, Bill Clinton introduced an individual citizen based internet where only individual person can connect to each other through the internet. But still, in 1993 to 2000, here we can see I'm a Windows user. Well, Google operating system did not exist. Uh, in that times, Google, but in that time, Google herself was does not exist as a search engine. Here, the best search engine was Yahoo in the times, because here the person, we can have best search options only for websites. Before 2006, we cannot have any social media concept on internet. At the last year, 2005, there is only one URL interface, and that is a website. Well, for a social media is just for a chat box. I can talk to you, you can talk to me. Here's the point. Here is no conference, a chat box or conferential video call. It doesn't exist. It was still exists, but only for military persons or bureaucrat persons. Now we are talking to individuals. In 1993, here we can see government could use social media as an chat box, chat each other, or governmental bureaucrats, or have a conference calls, video calls. But in that time, Tulsi Gabbard father was neither a politician, neither bureaucrats, nor MLA. I mean, what can I say? House representative. And he was just a Democrat politician. That's it. In 1993 to 2000, in Bill Clinton period, Tulsi Gabbard has only one option on computer, and that is website. And Tulsi Gabbard was a homeschooling student of class 3 from 1989 to 2000. Hence, we can say that from 1989 to 1993, there is no options for computers. There was an option for a computer, but still that was only for military purpose. There was no internet. There was only military net. U.S. military net. So that a military person of a soldier of the United States of America can communicate each other. But individual persons have no options, and moreover, individual in the era computer is not exist for individual for every all personal computer. So yeah, Tulsi Gabbard has two options for homeschooling, and that is well tutors and parents. Well, that is tutor and parents. And now previously I would like to say the previously we have mentioned well as a particular point that why Tulsi Gabbard was homeschool student, but some point is missing for some point was missing in the condition oh, in the previous last two lives. Now I am trying to covering this the points in the point in the case. Well. And now some of you would like to ask that Michaela, Tulsi Gabbard would like to be a politician. She would like to be a military soldier. And this is a crystal scientific questions. She would not understand. But why are you asking about this? Why did you include it as a dark secret? Okay. And but I would like to tell you that I would say the previous versions. These would be the points. Here is some points related the points that how Tulsi Gabbard as a talentless homeschool students, and her talentless homeschool study is affected in her military and political careers. Previous at the last two life I have talked discussed about political lives, but now I would like to say that what is the military life affects her homeschooling is affected in her military life. Okay, and first of all the points here we can see. I have a 2 minutes to have a 2 minute break. Let's get started. Okay. As a homeschooling, since Tulsi Gabbard is a homeschooling student of class 3, 2 seconds earlier we have discussed that what is the mineral physics when a car is operating with a velocity of 288,000 km per second with a weight of 4,000 kilograms. As a Tulsi Gabbard, the answer was the shocking that is 50 quintillion liter petrol. Okay, while the correct answer is no petrol would be considered as a kinetic mineral resource. Our kinetic mineral resource would be almost 370 grams artificial sun with the temperature of 666 quadrillion degrees Celsius. Here we can see. And here is our good points. And now here we previously but Tulsi Gabbard could not answer this properly. Okay, but and here hence Tulsi Gabbard gets 0 marks out of 200 marks in physics. Now, previously I would like to say that well, if you are failed as a 155%, well, if you are failed in 155 marks out of 200 marks in physics, well, you are remain in your last class. You cannot be promoted, but you can study in school still. Okay. Now, as my watch in 2025 December, you are failed in with the score of 155 out of 200 marks in physics. You can still remain class 3 students at 2006, as in 2005 you are class 3 student. You cannot promoted in class 4, but still you can study in class 3 in a regular school. Here is the points. Okay. Well, with a special care, it is clear that with a special care, if you are failed with a failed in exam of physics with a score of 112 marks out of 200 marks, then still you can study in a well, still you can study in a regular school. Well, if you are failed in the okay. Now here we can watching the points. Well, if you are failed in a physics exam, but you scored 80 marks out of 200, then still that you are you can have a hope to study in your regular school. Well, because your regular school teacher can consider you a special weak student in study, well, he can have a special point method that how could he educate you. Here is his plan, and he would treatment you a special points. Here is your points. Well, even if you are failed in class physics exam, but you have scored 40 marks out of 200, still it would be tough, but still you can study in a regular school, but you cannot be. So would have a special method to educate you that you can pass the exam. But well, if you score, but if your score is 12 out of 100, well, then regular school teacher would lose every hope to have the effort on you. then there is only one option, and that is homeschooling. And nowadays, well, here is every difficult that to find a homeschooling students, because if you have any talents, well, any if your teacher favorite teachers is talented, if your favorite teachers has a skill to educate you, then you would she would not like to teach you as a homeschooling, because already here is the points. Just 2 minutes. Well, here is the points that they can have already teach you on. Well, he have as a he has a demand to be tutor on several students. He would have a demand, because he is a best tutor. Uh, well, he is considered a best tutor. He can educate you as a best educations as a tutor. Then he would not interest in any homeschoolings. Well, uh, who would educate you is a homeschooling? The person can educate you is in a homeschooling who have no idea how to educate, who contains a low result, below average result on his uh, every study exam at the school, at the college, and the universities. Well, he has no hope to have a tutor schooling sections. Well, private tutor schooling sections. Well, he would agree with educated you as a homeschooling. And in the points with that, in the points with that, here is a chance that you cannot have a proper education in homeschooling, because in homeschooling, in homeschool, well, you are the first student and you are the last student. So you have no competition with another results. Well, you have there is no ranking in exist. If you are study the, if you score 2 out of 200, you would be the first. If you score 198 out of 200, well, you are capable to first to be first student, first rank student in regular school. Well, even you have scored 0.5 marks out of 200 in physics at the class 3 of homeschool, well, you are the first girl, because because there is no student in your homeschool. You are only one student in your homeschool. Well, now there is no ranking exists. Well, whatever you have a score, or you are the first girl. Well, even if you study at class 3 in homeschool for 11 years, well, still you are the first girl in your homeschool, because you are in your class, you are only one student, and that is a great problem we can face. Okay, and hence, Tulsi Gabbard has no problem if she has a correct answer or wrong answer. Well, then she can say, Tulsi Gabbard can say, uh, in the question number 0 of physics in class 3 homeschool, her answer would be 50 quintillion liter petrols, while the question was car velocity is 288,000 kilogram per second. Just a minute. Uh, 288,000 kilometer per seconds, and weight is 4,000 kilograms. Well, it doesn't matter if her answer is 50 quintillion liter petrol or or 370 grams of artificial sun with a temperature of 666 quadrillion degrees Celsius. It doesn't matter for her. Now, if she would study in a regular school, that and her in this same question, in 1989 as a class 3 physics questions, if Tulsi Gabbard answer would be 50 quintillion liter petrol, perhaps there in regular school there would be several teachers and several students who does not believe in balance on student. Even they would hire AK-47 rifles from Russia or automatic rifles 17 from United States military, and then the regular school teachers would fire on Tulsi Gabbard. It would be a serious matter for Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi Gabbard would be recognized as a tougher student in her class 3 in front of 100 students of class 3 in the regular school. If Tulsi Gabbard would be in the regular school, her answer would be great matter. Her answer would greatly matters. But Tulsi Gabbard is a class 3 homeschooling student at 1989. She is only one student, and in the question where car velocity is 288,000 kilometers per second and weight is 4,000 kilograms, it doesn't matter what would be her questions. We can say it doesn't matter what would be her questions. It would like hence what would be Tulsi Gabbard answer? It doesn't matter. Her answer would be 370 grams of artificial sun with the velocity with a temperature of 666 quadrillion degrees Celsius, or her answer of 50 quintillion liter petrols. Well, then it doesn't matter what would be the score of Tulsi Gabbard to be failed. She is the first student. Well, because she is only one student and there is no ranking with her. She is the first girl. She is the whatever the first girl, second girl, third girl, all is she. Well, in that case, Tulsi Gabbard study is at class 3 from the calendar 1989 to calendar 2000s. Well, here is the points. And now, let me see what is her irony. Well, and as a physics, let me tell you what is the irony at her points. Okay. Okay, here we can see. Well, perhaps I have promised that I would have a live with the Bengali language with any another channels, and I would like to be to keep my promise true. But problem is that still why but still what the roasting Tulsi Gabbard episode has still has several points. Well, at the point that I have to break it from it. Well, okay. Now, okay. But now here we can see. Well, Alhamdulillah that our live is on 47 minutes. Okay. Now let's have the points. Well, here as the points of Tulsi Gabbard is homeschooling. Well, what is the reliable source? Well, reliable source is still a political. Well, okay, now, well, and now, okay. Here would be only one point, so just have a relax. I would like to have a rest, that I would have a chair. Okay. Well, in my home, I would have a chair. Well, now let me see. Okay. Now let's see what is the irony. Well, while Tulsi Gabbard is a homeschool student at the class 3 from 1989 to 2000, well, it doesn't matter that she would get a 0 out of 200 or 2 out of 200. She would be still remain a student of class 3 for 11 years from 1989 to 2000. Well, here is her wrong answer, 50 quintillion liter petrols for the question where car is contains velocity of 288,000 kilometer per second and weight is 4,000 kilograms. But now here's the irony. Okay. Now let me see what is the irony. The irony is that in military service, in April 2003, while service in Hawaii State Legislature, Gabbard enlisted the Hawaii Army National Guard. In July 2004, she was deployed for 12 months tour for Iraq, serving as a specialist with the medical component 29th Support Battalion, 29th Infantry Brigade Combat Team with the Hawaii Army National Guard in Iraq. Gabbard served logistic support area Anaconda, completing her tour in 2005. Because of her deployment, she chose not to campaign the re-election of state legislator. Gabbard received a combat medical badge in 2005 for participation in combat operations under enemy hostile fire in support on Operation Iraq Freedom 3. She has been awarded the Meritorious Service Medal from United States. She also received a German Armed Force badge for military proficiency. Now here we can, that is the large irony. Okay. Well, we can see here is the irony. Now we can see that as an irony, we can see Tulsi Gabbard is a class 3 homeschool student from the calendar of 1989 to the calendar 2000s. She started to study at a class 3 homeschooling when her age is 9 years, and she sympathetically completed the class 3 homeschooling at the age of 2000s. We have discussed the sociological questions, mathematical questions in previous points. But now we are talking. But now we are talking the points in here. Okay. Now we are talking the points. As we can see. Now we are talking what is her knowledge about physics. She could not complete the any positive result. She could not perform any positive result in the physics of the physics syllabus of class 3 homeschooling in from the age of 9 years to the age of 20 years. But still, here is the irony is that the irony is that when her age is 22 years, she joined a Hawaii military Army military guard. She was deployed in 2000 for 12 months tour of Iraq in the calendar of from the calendar of 2004 to the calendar of 2005. She is rewarded as an Hawaii Army National Guard, and she is awarded as German military army for the proficiency. Well, she is awarded. And now, well, sometimes we can say in regular students, sometimes we can say here is three types of best students. We can see one type of best student is average in study, but best in physical curriculum, extra curriculum. Second student is they are best in study and average in physical extracurriculum. And the third type of best students is they are best both of study and extracurriculum, that is sports, fighting, etc. But now you can say well, now we know that if you are and want to be a United States military soldiers as a woman in 28 years, well, you have to contain a weight of 89 kilograms. But here's the catch. Well, the catch is that, okay, now let me tell you what is the catch. Okay, where is she? Okay, she is Tulsi Gabbard. Now you can see clearly in our Bangladesh, in America, she is looking like an baby elephant. Well, in Bangladesh, we can call as a word, we can call her Ganda Swami. Why? Because, well, here is the points. Because the elephant Tulsi Gabbard, as an army officer, United States Army officer, elephant Tulsi Gabbard look like a fat with a weight of almost 500 kilograms. She's looking like a baby elephant. Well, how? Well, here is now. Here we can see that she is involved. Somehow she is involved in a probable corruptions on her. Well, her corruptions, well, is inspired from her homeschooling. Well, now I have okay. Here is the 2 minutes. Right? Now I have forgotten that what is the physical, what is the ethical bad effect of homeschooling. Well, accordance with homeschooling, well, here we I have provided you that, well, Tulsi Gabbard, well, I have provided you the Tulsi Gabbard, said you the points. Well, she is a homeschooled student. Well, and perhaps, probably she is a class 3 homeschooled student from 1989 to the 2001. Well, at 1989 to 2000s, she's like a Ganda Swami. Okay, and now if if you are a homeschooling, you are only one student in your homeschool, and well, whatever you can attend any result of your questions. Well, in your homeschool, whatever if you are passed or fail in the exam of your class, you are the first girl because you are only one student in your homeschool. Here's the point, because in your homeschool, in your exam, well, you are in your school homeschool syllabus, you are only one student in your class. Well, your upper class content no students, your lower class contains no students. Well, when you are now in 1989, you are the student of class 3 at your home school. Well, there is no student after class 4 in 1989, and there are no students in below class 2. There is no students. There is only one student in one class, that is you in class 3 in 1989. Hence, you have a freedom to have any wrong answer in any questions or any right answer in any questions. Well, you are a kind of irresponsible to your as a student. You can be irresponsible in your study. Well, and hence the problem is that Tulsi Gabbard is stuck in class 3 homeschooling from 1989 to 2000 because here is only one point. In homeschool, she is only one student in her homeschool. When Tulsi Gabbard study in class 3, there is no student above class 4, and there is no student below class 2. Well, somehow Tulsi Gabbard is irresponsible for her studies. Well, therefore, you can be irresponsible for your duties. Well, but notwithstanding, irresponsible in being an irresponsible in your duties. Well, when you have an option to be success, and that is corruptions. Well, only one person that would be legal because there is no second person, there is no third person. For one person, what would he do? It would be legal on earth. But, well, when there is a 10% of the community, every one person has a responsibility. What would we do and what would we not do? Well, when you are a homeschooling student, while Tulsi Gabbard is homeschooling student, she can be irresponsible with her duties. Because as we have said that as probable points that she is irresponsible with her studies. She is responsible with in the land where I have shown that she is probably irresponsible for her physics study in class 3 of her home school. Because as a physics study, there is no student in her home school above class 4, and there is no student uh, uh, below class 2, because it is her homeschooling. Then while it is her homeschooling, that she can be irresponsible, and she for her, corruption is ethical, corruption is legal, and corruption is okay. Here. And here is the negative effect of homeschooling. And irony is that, well, she does not know that what would she do, because she knows she does not know. She does not have any physics students, physics knowledge. She does not have any chemistry knowledge. She does not have any biological knowledge. Okay. Perhaps, now I am talking about her homeschooling in only in study. Well, 2 minutes. No, it's all now. Well, here is a homeschooling for her. Homeschool as a study. But what about physical education? As a physical education, from 1981 to 2001, still Tulsi Gabbard is homeschooled as a physical education. Okay. Now we can say the now let me see what is the negative effect of previous physical education as a homeschool. Well, now when you are when you have a weapon firing exam in as a physical education in home school. You are the first girl of your weapon firing test as a physical education, military education of home school. There is no matter if you can fire 1 trillion bullet, but if your fire accuracy is only 1 bullet in 500 meters, or Tulsi Gabbard can fire 500 trillion bullets, but fire range is 50 meters, but bullet accuracy is only 1 bullet. It is a normal response, because in homeschool, military homeschool, nobody could if your fire accuracy is 50 meters, 1 bullet out of 500 trillion bullets in the fire range of 50 meters. There are no other trained student who contain in your home school who contain the fire accuracy of 2 bullets out of 500 trillion bullets in 50 meters. And here is the points. Well, as a military secrets of United States military secrets of Tulsi Gabbard. Well, I have discussed her military academy mark sheet. I have discussed. Okay. And here is the discuss. And now, repeatedly we can discuss it. No problems. In here that in military academy, weapon fire is passing accuracy 25 bullets out of 50 bullets, but her fire is in 50 meters of fire range. Her fire accuracy is 2 bullets out of 10,000 bullets. Well, in 100-meter fire range accuracy, fire range, her fire accuracy is 4 bullets out of 100,000 bullets. Well, in 500 meter of fire range, her fire accuracy is 1 bullet out of 1 million bullets. Okay. Well, okay, here we can see. And now, let me see at one point. As we can see, her fire accuracy, here is her fire accuracy. We can see and perhaps we can perceive. Well, in military homeschooling, Tulsi Gabbard can, in 50-meter range, Tulsi Gabbard could accurately Tulsi Gabbard could contain firing accuracy of 2 bullets out of 10,000 bullets. Still, in military homeschool of Tulsi Gabbard, there are no of second student can be exist who contains fire accuracy of 3 bullets out of 10,000 bullets as a firearms of 50 meters. While in military homeschool, when Tulsi Gabbard contain fire accuracy of 4 bullets out of 100,000 bullets in the firearms of 100 meter, well, in a firearms of 100 meter, there are no second student exist in her military homeschool who can and contains fire accuracy even of 5 bullets out of 100,000 bullets. Well, but if Tulsi Gabbard is a here is the parts. But if Tulsi Gabbard regular academies, if we can see, well, fire, well, there are 50, as you can see, there are 50 military academy student would exist in Tulsi Gabbard batch. Well, and the previous batch and next batch, there would be almost 100 military academy students exist. And excluding Tulsi Gabbard, there are 99 military academy students exist. Well, and every of their fire accuracy is for 50 meters, 2 bullets out of 5 bullets, for 100 meters, 4 bullets out of 6 bullets. In 500 meters, 100 bullets out of 102 bullets. Well, but uh, Tulsi Gabbard learned that fire accuracy would be 2 bullets out of 10,000 bullets at the 50-meter firearms. As the firearms of 100 meter, Tulsi Gabbard learned at a military home school that fire accuracy would be 4 bullets out of 100,000 bullets. And Tulsi Gabbard learned in the military home school that 50 in the firearms of 50 meters. Well, Tulsi Gabbard learned the fire accuracy of 1 bullets out of 1 million bullets. Oh. And perhaps from that this military Tulsi Gabbard military downfall has been started. But here is the irony is that in 2005, in 2003, Tulsi Gabbard could join Hawaii Military National Army. Tulsi Gabbard joined. Right. And in 2005, she could get reward. Well, German military national guards as for proficiency, while accordance with the home school, she is still class 4 students. Now what would we expect for her? And here is the irony is that she does not know that what is the basic of physics. She does not know. Still, in military home school, in military academy, her performance is not good. But still, with the help of corruptions, she could get the best award from a German National Guard for Hawaii military national armies soldiers Tulsi Gabbard for her proficiency. And that is the irony is that, okay. Well. And now, that was the first irony. Well, second irony is that in class 1, well, at the physics questions of class 3, Tulsi Gabbard, what is the performance of the, here was a question number 0 that a car with a velocity of 288,000 kilometers per second and weight is 4,000 kilograms. Well, what is your physics about the mineral resource? Well, her Tulsi Gabbard answer is a shocking answer. Well, still, this type of, as a Saudi view, friends, if your daughter contains the answer of 50 quintillion liter of petrol, while question was the car is 288,000 kilometers per second and weight is 4,000 kilograms. Well, if your daughter Yeah. Answer is 50 quintillion liter petrol. Well, as a Saudi father, your first thing is that you should have a program uh, to assassinate her with the help of Saudi judiciary court by slotting on her head as a execution of death. It is your as a Saudi father, it would be your first thought. Uh, but irony is that uh, with the physics knowledge of this level low level of physics knowledge physics knowledge as a of class 3 as homeschooling, Tulsi Gabbard is now in 2025 calendar of 2025. Tulsi Gabbard is now a director of United States National Intelligence, and it is the large irony. But here is second large irony is waiting for you. Okay. Uh, second large irony is waiting for you. What is the second large irony? Let me say. Okay. Well. Now we can going for the points. Well, now in here. Okay. In military service is that second last irony is that 1 July 4, 2021, under the presidency of Tulsi Gabbard and vice presidency of Kamala Harris, at the presidency of Joe Biden and vice presidency of Kamala Harris, Tulsi Gabbard was promoted to rank Lieutenant Colonel while she was deployed to the Horn of Africa, working as a civil affairs officer in the support of special operation missions. Okay. Subsequently, Tulsi Gabbard was given to the command on the 1st Battalion, 34th Regiment based on Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, here is the second irony of July 4, 2021. Now let's see what is the third irony waiting for us, third largest irony waiting for us. That is October 12, 2015. She was promoted from the rank of captain to major. Okay. Captain to major at the ceremony of the National Memorial Century in the Pacific. She continued as Sergeant of Major in Hawaii Army National Guard until her transfer to the 351st Civil Affairs Command, California-based United States Army Reserve Unit assigned to United States Army Civil Affairs and Psychological Operation Commands in June 2020. Well, and now you can see as a homeschooling in class 3 from 1989 to 2000, in 11 years of class 3 syllabus in homeschool. Well, Tulsi Gabbard physics knowledge is that for the mineral resource for, while that is the question for mineral resource of a car with a velocity of 96% velocity of light and the weight of 4,000 kilogram. Well, Tulsi Gabbard 4,000 kilogram. Well, Tulsi Gabbard answer is 50 quintillion liter petrol. Seriously? Well, some of you are Saudi teachers, a Saudi father. Yeah, well, when the question on your daughter is that the car with velocity of 96% velocity of sun and weight of 4,000 kilograms, what would be the mineral resource? Then if your daughter answer is 50 quintillion liter petrols, then your first thought is that you have to assassinate your daughter with the help of Saudi Arabian Judicial Code with the punishment or to slaughter her head on execute place of death. It would be your first opinion as you are the Saudi father. Well, but irony is that, with that type of knowledge, in October 12, 2015, Tulsi Gabbard promoted from captain to major in a 31st 351st Civil Affairs Command of the United States National Army, and she is assigned to United States Army Civil Affairs and Psychological Operations Command to the June month of calendar 2020. Well, it was such a blunder. Well, and irony is that, from the calendar of 2016 to the calendar of 2020, Donald Trump was a president of the United States of America. But still, Tulsi Gabbard remained a major in the United States military army, while her physics knowledge in her education of class 3 at home school from the calendar 1989 to calendar 2001. Tulsi Gabbard has a zero knowledge to make Saudi father frustrated on his daughter. July 4, 2000. July 4, 2012. And July 4, 2021, we can see here it is the ceremony day of, it is the day when United States of America has been independent from England Empire in 1774. But still that, the United States Independence Day, Tulsi Gabbard is promoted with a lieutenant colonel with a knowledge of physics of class 3 homeschooling, where the wrong the question is the car with the velocity of 96% velocity of light and weight is 4,000 kilogram. And answer is of Tulsi Gabbard is 50 quintillion liter of petrols. And as a military academist, her fire range for 50 meters of fire range, her fire accuracy is 2 bullets out of 10,000 bullets. For 100-meter fire range, her fire accuracy is 4 bullets out of 100,000 bullets. And 50-meter fire accuracy, her fire range, Tulsi Gabbard fire frequency is 1 bullet out of 1 billion bullets. Still, Tulsi Gabbard could be promoted from captain to major, and in October 12, 2015, and sustains as a major of United States of America's military army, even in the period when the president was Donald Trump. Well, in the United States Independence Day, the calendar 2021, the anti-national Tulsi Gabbard became the lieutenant colonel and head and so there is an ethical, there can be ethical question of Tulsi Gabbard homeschooling. Well, now here we can see, well, that was the frustration for me. Well, okay, now we can see, here's the points. Well, now let me tell you, okay? Well, just focus on Tulsi Gabbard. Homeschooling, well, question is, a car flying with a velocity of 96% velocity of sun, velocity of light with and weight of 4,000 kilogram, what would be the mineral physics? Well, the answer of Tulsi Gabbard is 50 quintillion liter petrols. Well, here what would they and it is the performance in homeschooling of Tulsi Gabbard. Then what would be her decision when Tulsi Gabbard became United States National Intelligence Director? Now let's see her favorite points. Well, she would command Air Force, United States of Air Force, to depart Texas City, Texas in United States of Americas. Well, and arrive to Tehran, and the via route is Dhaka, Bangladesh, Beijing, China, Venezuela. Well, here with the distance of 25,000. Okay. Well, here is 20 distance is for the route is 25,334 kilometer. Travel time is 10 minutes. Weight is 168,250 kilograms. Well, Tulsi Gabbard favorite choice would be petrol with a kinetic volume of 33 trillion 472 billion 95 million 6,974 liters. Okay, that means almost 33.5 trillion liter petrols. Well, as we can understand, here is a blunder we can understand, and that is Tulsi in the route in the route to attack in the route to depart Texas City, the provincial state Texas of United States of America, to attack on Iranian military headquarters in Tehran, Iran, while the route is Dhaka, Bangladesh, well, Beijing, China, and Venezuela. Here we can, with the distance of, well, 25,334 kilometers with a 10 minutes, weight is 168,250 kilograms. Well, her choice is a Tulsi Gabbard choice is a petrols as a kinetic fuel. Well, and now we can see that, one 1 liter petrol cost $1 United States. But now we know the gross domestic product of United States of America is almost 31 trillion, almost 32 trillion United States dollars. But in the route we have mentioned, in the route of distance of 25,334 kilometers with travel time of 10 minutes and weight of Air Force weight of 168,250 kilograms. Well, while Tulsi Gabbard's favorite fuel is petrol, then her advisement to expenditure is 30 33.5 trillion United States dollars. Well, that means, in the single route to attack in the single attack route with the distance of 25,334 kilometers, Tulsi Gabbard advised to have a loan of 3.5 trillion United States dollars for the kinetic volume for the petrol as her favorite kinetic fuel. Well, and here we can say she is an imaginary woman. Her answer is imaginary. Well, she would like only fairy tales. Well, as her opinions. And now, here we can see here is her favorite advertisements. Well, and now we know Donald Trump is now elected as a president in his second term just to reform United States economy and defense system. But in the critical moment of United States of America, Tulsi Gabbard's advice is to have a loan of 3.5 trillion United States dollar as to expand the entire gross domestic product of the United States of America on petrol for a single attack with the route of 25,334 kilometers with a travel time of 10 minutes and weight of 168,250 kilograms of and bomber planes. Now, here we can see when we were researching on during the war between United States of America and Iran, when we are researching the Central Intelligence Agency intelligence report, here is shocking that how Tulsi Gabbard would like a illiterate minded, or how Tulsi Gabbard would contain an illiterate mindset. Well, here we can now we are searching that on Tulsi Gabbard as a Wikipedia. As we can see any clues, here is personally I would like to say that here is the first clue that she is Tulsi Gabbard is homeschooled, and now this is the jackpot, and when this life would be ended, here would be 3 lives that we are discussing, that what is the probable dark secret of Tulsi Gabbard is homeschooling. Well, the probable, and we are understanding that Tulsi Gabbard probable dark secret of homeschooling is too dangerous to understand for our national economy and for the national economy and defense system of the United States of America. Well, and irony is that irony is that this mindset, this with the illiterate mind about physics knowledge in homeschooling, Tulsi Gabbard became promoted as from captain to major at October 12, 2015, and at the United States Independence Day 2021 in the presidency of Joe Biden and vice presidency of Kamala Harris, Tulsi Gabbard promoted as a lieutenant colonel, and now Tulsi Gabbard is active as a United States National Intelligence Director. And here while she could not pass the exam of physics exam of class 3 homeschooling, from 1989 to 2001. Well, now we are facing several irony, and in this irony, here is a presidency for us. We have to follow this type of homeschooling that Tulsi Gabbard explained. And now we have to be corrupt or we have to be poor in our countries. It doesn't matter, the country would be America, Russia, Saudi Arabia, India, or Bangladesh. Well, here our problem would starting minutes by minutes. And we can see the problem would started at endless. Okay. Well, and now, well, here is now the petrol. This is only the one-way route. If the route is a two-way, well, the route is outgoing route as well as incoming route. Well, that would be that almost 66.5 trillion liter of petrol as Tulsi Gabbard advertised. That means almost, well, she advertised as double expenditure than the entire gross domestic product of the United States dollars of the United States of America as the expenditure on fuel in just one tax two-way route. Now as a homeschooling of Tulsi Gabbard as class 3 in the calendar syllabus with the calendar of 1989 to 2001, well, we can experience that when she would be the intelligence report of as intelligence report, we can see that Tulsi Gabbard what? Just 2 minutes. When as we can see, when Tulsi Gabbard homeschooling is like this, now when she is United States National Intelligence Director, well, for the gross economy of United States of America as gross domestic product, we just have to say Inna lillahi wa inna ilahi rajiun. Just because Tulsi Gabbard is now National Intelligence Director of the United States of America. And here is the, well, and now we can consider Tulsi Gabbard as a internal national threat, security threat of the United States of America. Now, I would like to surprise, Tulsi Gabbard is not a regular school student. Tulsi Gabbard is homeschool students. But still, here, we are surprising that we pro-Americans are surprised. Why did Donald Trump appointed Tulsi Gabbard as a United States National Intelligence Director. And here, okay, just a minute, sir. Okay. Well, here is the 2 minutes points. Well, this is the result of homeschooling, her homeschooling systems. Well, here is our homeschooling systems. We have to talk about her, and it is our worst threat. We can assume it. And now, well, we know that our Donald Trump is a feminist president of the United States of America. Well, he support feminism in the normal level, but still here is a it is the out of limits when Tulsi Gabbard became the Central Intelligence Agency director, or the United States National Intelligence Director. And here is our points. Well, okay. Now we can see the here as the points. We can and I have no space that what would be the points. Oh, I forgot the second points of physics in class 3 homeschooling. I have forgot. Okay. And this is the last points as we have to discuss about it. Okay. Well, physics as class 3. Question number 1. Here we could see that Henry Cavill weight is 60 kilogram. He has neither wing nor jets, but he can fly on Earth panel sky. How is possible? Well, now let's see what is the answer of Tulsi Gabbard. Because Christian pastor of England, Alistair Crowley, said that Shaitan can give power to his worshipper Henry Cavill, so the worshipper Henry Cavill can fly. Okay. Now let's see what is the would be the correct answer. The correct answer would be like that. Accordance with Englander scientist Sir Isaac Newton. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we can see. Well, as the typing mistakes, I have to solve it. Okay. Well, the correct answer would be that accordance with Englander scientist Sir Isaac Newton, Henry Cavill contains original gravitational weight of 588 newtons, but his weight is observed as 588 piconewton because 99.10 times 9% of graviton antimatter has been attached with 100% graviton matters. Well, and now here is the points. Well, okay. And we can see that, well, now I have to take a rest for 2 minutes. Well, I would like to say that is the points. We have to take some 2 minutes. Uh, well, uh, just have a relax. Okay. Oh no, here is the points that we have to have a kindness. Well, uh, now we have to live our points. Here is what is well 2020 presidential campaigns. Well, post congressional activities. Director of National Intelligence. Well, opposition confirmations. Domestic policy positions. Well, now let's see what is domestic policy positions. Okay. Well, healthcare, portable agriculture, farms, improvement of well, LGBTQ rights. Now we know that she is anti-LGBT. Okay. Now we know that well, okay. Here I can have a rest. She is an anti-LGBT points. Well, foreign policy positions. Okay. Iran nuclear. Well, now let's see what is her personal life. Well, she is an yoga enthusiast. Well, now you can say, we'd like to say, she is an yoga enthusiast. She regularly practices morning yoga and meditations. She is mentions vegetarian. Okay. She grew up with Hindu values. Okay. After moving to Washington DC, she lived across the Anacostia River with her sister Vrindavan, a U.S. Marshal. Well, Vrindavan, we did not know if well, here is the answer. Well, Tulsi Gabbard, as a note, Tulsi Gabbard is inspired by President John F. Kennedy. Okay. As we can know, we can see as the points. Well, Gabbard's parents have been with the Science of Identity Foundation. Oh, okay. Everything is science. But our points is arts and everything science. Okay, here is the points. Now let's see her military and decorator. Well, Army Combat Military Badge, Military Service Medals, Army Commercial Medal with Work Leaf Cluster, Army Achievement Medal with Work Leaf Clusters, Army Good Contact Medal, National Defense Service Medal, IDA Campaign Medal with Bronze Star, Global War Terrorism Expedition Medals, Global War on Terrorism Service Medals, Armed Force Reserve Service Medal with M Service, uh, Military Service, Army Sub Ribbon, Army Overseas Service Ribbon. Okay, now we have to see. Now here is the points. Now I would be saying that she is on schools. Okay. 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 7, 8. Campaign 2020. Well, here is the link number 448. Well, you can see. Well, campaign 2020. We have forgotten like that. Okay. Now you can see. Here's the points. In February 2019, Gabbard officially launched her 2020 presidential campaigns. Gabbard was the first female combat veteran run out of presidents. CWN described her foreign policy platform and anti-interventionals and her economic platform as populist. Okay. Gabbard was the most frequently Googled candidate after the first, second, and fourth 2020 Democratic primary debates. Well, during the second debate, Gabbard criticized Kamala Harris' record as Attorney General of California, accusing of her of only holding people updates and asserting the Harris owed them an apology. Well, okay. Here is we can see. Well, now if we can see, Tulsi Gabbard visiting visit to a school. Well, school. Hall. Okay. Here, Tulsi Gabbard High School, visit to school, high school pictures. Okay, now you can see. Here is the life of Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard India visit live. Well, oh my Adonai. Here is the my first. It is active in the points. Okay, I am on the trend. Well, now I would believe that on websites because, well, here is the archive. Well, archive.org. Okay, here we can see and Honolulu civil beat. You can see that going back school with Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Well, here is two article archive org. Tulsi Gabbard visit Concord High School and going back to Tulsi school with Tulsi Gabbard. Honolulu civil beat. Well, as a Bangkok Post, Thailand on yeah. Okay, you can see. Wow. Well, Tulsi Gabbard visit Concord High School. Well, what is the public death? Well, death is uh, 1st February 2020. And what is the topic? Topic is New Hampton, Concord, Concord TV, Public Access TV, community media, PG, YouTube, Concord TV. Oh, well, what is the language? Language is English. You can see. Well, you can have access with internet archives. Well, you can access this, not me. Okay. Now here Tulsi Gabbard visits Concord High School. The original date is January 31, 2020. First air date is Channel 22 and produced by Concord TV staff. Well, the final Concord TV airs, you can see Facebook on .com on Concord TV and well, as a dedicate is 3000 minutes, identified as Concord Tulsi Gabbard VG Concord High School. Well, the runtime is 50 minutes. You can see that yeah. Pixel is 720 pixels. Okay. Here you can see as a video. But now, as a Honolulu civil beat, state legislator, city councillor, United Senate asset, war veteran, Congress nominee, media star, as a role model to the latest title for Tulsi Gabbard, the Democrat who is on election away from serving in Washington DC. In her first Hawaii appearance, she winning the primary to become media and well, here is several points, but you can see well a shy chai at the some points it look like a peer agent, but the first is that going back to school with Tulsi Gabbard. Here is the article, and now it is the peer agent while her homeschooling performance is like that. Well, when the question was of physics in class 3 was how can Henry Cavill fly on earth sky without jet and wings with the weight of 60 kilograms. And what is the answer of Tulsi Gabbard? It is that uh, Christian pastor of England, Aleister Crowley, said that Shaitan can give power to worshipper Henry Cavill to fly on earth sky. Well, it is the answer of Tulsi Gabbard is in physics in class 3 homeschooling, question number 2. Question number 1. And now, okay, just 2 minutes. Well, and irony is that when Tulsi Gabbard campaigning herself as a presidential campaigning. Well, she visit to Honolulu school. Visit to Honolulu school. Well, what is the from the bottom rank of American school to top rank of school? What is the reputation of American school that American school can teach you a proper science? Well, but Tulsi Gabbard is a homeschooled student. Well, when Tulsi Gabbard started in physics in class 3 homeschooling in the period of calendar 1989 and the period of and the calendar of 2001 in 11 years Tulsi Gabbard has a question. Tulsi Gabbard has to answer the question where the question is how can Henry Cavill fly with the weight of 60 kilograms when Henry Cavill contains neither wings nor jet? The answer of Tulsi Gabbard is that Christian pastor of England, Aleister Crowley, said that Shaitan gave the power to his worshipper Henry Cavill to fly without wings and jets. Well, she contains a radical religious answer in the question of physics. Well, while the correct answer is that, well, according with England scientist Sir Isaac Newton, Henry Cavill contains original civilization. Okay. Original gravitational weight of 588 newtons, but as an observation, his gravitational weight is 588 piconewton when he flies on Earth sky, because 99.10 times 9% of graviton antimatter attached with Henry Cavill's 100% graviton particle matters. Well, therefore, as an actual gravitational weight of 588 newtons, here is the observation being a gravitational weight as 588 piconewton. That is the simple points. Well, notwithstanding the proper answer of the physics student, in the name of answer, Tulsi Gabbard involved her radical religion on physics educations. Okay, now as an LGBT rights, now we are searching, but suddenly I have realized that there would be another life. Okay, there would be another life to expose the probable dark secret of Tulsi Gabbard homeschooling. Well, uh, Tulsi Gabbard is in the ways now we are understanding that Tulsi Gabbard is a American female version of Rajiv Dixit. We can now understand that. Well, anti-LGBT can be the American National Intelligence Director, but this type of intelligence failure cannot be accepted, and if we have to encounter this type of intelligence failure forever, that we could appoint a gay person as an American National Intelligence Director in lieu of that woman. Okay, now what would we say? Well, here and now I could not handle about her points. Okay. Now we would like to say about would be the biological, what would be the circumstance of biological education in of Tulsi Gabbard. Well, would be the, I am afraid to say what would be the biological knowledge of Tulsi Gabbard as class 3 homeschooling in the period of calendar 1989 to calendar 2001. We would be afraid at what would be our points. And now here is an irony. I would like to say irony in the next probable next part of probable dark secret of Tulsi Gabbard homeschooling. Okay, just 2 minutes. Okay. Well, now we can say, in the points in our homes, here is the personal studies, we can say. Now, well, what is the live session is well? This is 2 hours 18 minutes. Okay. Well, now here, now in the points we are facing that what would be the elder? How can Tulsi Gabbard be radicals with the scientific educations? How can she be a radicals? Well, now here is the hint that perhaps we have to expose to the probable dark secrets of Tulsi Gabbard biological educations. And well, now it is time for half to midnight 12 o'clock. Well, I would like to have a sleep. Well, and I have a promise that I would be be on my personal life on next day, and it would be in Bengali. See you then in another channels. See you then. Goodbye. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.